Manchester United may finally be getting their man, Manuel Ugarte, from PSG. Sky Sports coming out saying that they are open negotiating for a loan deal and a transfer. Both PSG are open for. PSG at present, as the latest point of the negotiation, is a loan with an obligation to buy. We're also going to be talking about Scott McTominay and the fact that Fulham are on the verge of signing Sander Berge. So what is going to be the best Man United option for the remainder of the transfer window? Of course, they won their opening game 1-0 at home against Fulham. And a lot of people have come out and criticised their performance. I actually thought it was a comfortable performance from Man United. They nullified Fulham to only having 2 shots on goal. They dominated possession. In terms of parts of the game, I thought it was very even overall, but Man United definitely deserved to win. If you're new to the channel, please do go down, hit that subscribe button. The road to 20K, we've just hit it. So I need to change that now to road to 21K. Do you know what? I'm gonna be ambitious. The road to 25K. If you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as always. 89% of everyone who watched my match reaction on the Tottenham game was not subscribed. I am going to try and bring a match reaction to every single Tottenham game this season. And in terms of my predictions for it, I did go 3-1. And unfortunately, that was not right. But we're here to talk about Man United. Now, the Standard have come out 4 hours ago. And they have said that Fulham beat Manchester United to Sander Berge. After giving up on Scott McTominay, Fulham have decided to agree a deal of 25 million to sign Burnley midfielder Sander Berge. Berge was due to undergo a medical in London on Tuesday after Fulham agreed to pay initial 20 million plus 5 million add-ons. Obviously, he's going to be their replacement for the likes of João Paulinho. So the thing is, Man United, they've been looking at Ugarte for the longest time. And now it finally looks like they may get their guy. Sky Sports have come out and said that they are exploring both a permanent and a loan option with regards to him. So in terms of Ugarte, I think he is going to be, if I'm being brutally honest, I think he's going to be a fantastic signing for Manchester United. I really do. I watched their game against Fulham, and the line that they played was a kind of 4-2-3-1. I think Man United have got some good attacking options in the striker role. They've got the likes of, of course, Xerxes come off the bench and got the winner. They've got Højlund out wide. They've got Diallo, Rashford. You've got Sancho if he stays. You've got the likes of Anthony. Worst comes to worst. You've also got the likes of Alejandro Garnacho. They've got decent options on the bench. There's a number of options there. Now, the thing about this Man United team, I don't think Casemiro has got the legs to play 40, 50 games this season, which is why I think Ugarte is going to be absolutely brilliant in the 6 role, Kobe Mainoo in the 8, and of course, Ugarte in the 10. I think right now, United, once they get the signing over the line, I don't know if they're going to go for someone else. I think that could be, that could be the end of their transfer business. And what a window it's been. And the breaking news coming out from Sky Sports a couple of hours ago was Ugarte, Manchester United exploring different options to sign PSG midfielder. Man United are aware Manuel Ugarte is desperate to join the club, and PSG want to do a deal. Scott McTominay will remain at Old Trafford as things stands. If there are any departures, it would help Man United complete a deal for Ugarte, which PSG would prefer. And there he is, linked with Man United are exploring both permanent and basically just covers what we were saying. A loan with an obligation can't be ruled out. I think when you look at United, Ugarte in front of the likes of Lenny Yoro and Martinez, that little triangle right there is going to be fantastic. I think he's excellent when it comes down to breaking up the play. I think he's going to add something different to that Man United midfield. Of course, it's a squad game. Rotation is going to be very, very, very important to make sure the fact that to make sure the likes of Casemiro, Ugarte, everyone gets game time. They're in the Europa League this season. I do think it's a step in the right direction for Man United. I think overall they've had a great transfer window. I was very, very impressed with Mazzauri against Fulham. I think defensively he was very, very strong. I think Harry Maguire had a relatively good game as well. And when you look at the games they've got coming up, now if Man United can get Ugarte done before the Brighton game, they go into with 1 week left of the transfer window. And then before you know it, they've got Liverpool on Sunday, the 1st of September. I actually think Man United are going to surprise a lot of people. I've predicted them to get top 4. I will be doing my Premier League predictions. They'll be coming out either Thursday or Friday every single week. I think Man United will beat Brighton at Brighton. I know Brighton had a very good result, but Everton are absolutely in the pits. And then that Liverpool game. And that Liverpool game is going to be the big test for me. If by then they've got Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo in a double pivot or in a 6 and an 8 with the likes of Bruno in front, and by then Joshua Zirkzee is fully up to speed, because of course he come off the bench and got his goal against Fulham. But for me, he's got to start now. You know, we've seen it before with a lot of strikers over the years at Man United have made big impacts. But you've now got to start, and you've now got to just carry on doing what you're doing. In terms of Man United's overall transfer window, if they can get Ugarte done, that'll be Lenioro, Ugarte. For me, those two signings, very, very positive. Mazzauri, De Ligt, Joshua Zirkzee. It's a strong 8.5 out of 10. Then you look at, you also have to look at the overall transfer window in terms of departures. Jadon Sancho's got a link to a move to Chelsea. I don't think personally Chelsea will finally add another winger. They've got, wingers coming out of their backside. Raheem Sterling, Mudryk, Madueke, Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer and Konku can play there. They've got so many options. And I don't think, even though they've got the Conference League, I think a lot of those probably, I think the likes of Sterling and Mudryk will be gone in the next 12 months. Obviously, Sterling's already kicking up a fuss and wants to move away from the football club. I think when I look at Man United, I think if they could sell Scott McTominay, which of course is a homegrown player, bring Ugarte in alone, and then maybe bring back Amrabat for around 20 million euros, then I think that transfer window goes up to a 9 or even a 9.5. At the end of the day, it's all about, it's respective for that football club. I don't think Man United were ever going to go and make 10, 15 signings like a lot of people wanted to. And I think they've acted in the transfer window. I think the right word would be smart, because when they were linked with the likes of Jared Brantwaite at the beginning of the transfer window, a lot of people thought they'd go out and do 60, 70, 80 million pounds on a centre-back, which has only really had one good season. And yes, I understand they've spent that amount of money on Lenioro around the 60 million euro mark, which is around 52 million pounds. But you're talking about a guy that was wanted by Real Madrid and wanted by Liverpool. And at that sort of age, potential is the most important part. And of course, output. He played 50-odd games last season in France. I think that was some fantastic business for Man United. One signing I think will go under the radar this season by rival fans. I think Man United fans are very happy with it. But I think the Matthias de Ligt signing will be very, very good. And the back four that they played against Fulham, the likes of Harry Maguire, he pulled his car for Martinez. I think we could see Martinez alongside de Ligt against Brighton. I think Martinez had a very, very good game. I think Mazzauri's got to start as well as Dalot. I think that will be the fullback pairing. I don't know if Luke Shaw is going to be completely fit by them. And then it's about how do Manchester United build up this momentum. Of course, you've got the Brighton game coming up. You've got the Brighton game coming up. You've got the Liverpool game, and then it's an international break. As Man United stand right now, I think they're in a very good position. And I think personally, United will get top 4, build this momentum, and then it's how are they going to rotate between Europa League and Premier League. That's going to be the interesting thing that Ten Hag I think is going to have to deal with. But you could see immediately in that performance against Fulham, it was a much better team performance than the Fulham game, which played of only a few months back, where they lost at Old Trafford. They got the 3 points, they got the clean sheet, and that's the most important thing at this stage. Starting off, a win's a win. My team, we didn't do that, and we played a promoted club away from home, which I'm not a fan of doing at early stages of the season. But as of right now, I think it's a good thing right now for Man United when they get Ugarte over the line. I think they're gonna have a really good season. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I am